Hi guys, it's Emily from Neverland Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my September TBR. Now, I don't have any readings on this month. I have a few big plans, but it's going to be a lot more chilled out reading this in September because it's my first month. The kids are back at school. I've got Chris's birthday this month. Right at the end of the month I'm going out meeting up with Kat from Brews and Reviews. So I have got reasonably busy, but I decided to choose books this month that are going to be real feel good, because obviously in October we've got Victober, and this is like my month where it's not too manic. I don't have to start like at midway, end of the month I start thinking about the Christmas presents for everybody, but it's going to be my more chill month. So I picked books that have been gifted by me because I wanted to get some of my gifted books read before the Christmas books started to come in, and books that I knew would make me feel good. Now I have got one challenging book here, and I will show you that soon. But let me show you my one buddy read of the month, because my buddy reads have cut back a little bit. That's not to say the fact that I'm a lot more flexible nowadays, and if someone chooses that they want to buddy read any of these books, or if someone says, oh, there's a book I want to buddy read, as long as I'm not busy, I will fit it in. So the first buddy read, it wasn't planned, because we were like, but I've just finished one of the series with Kat from Brews and Reviews, and we decided to start the Trial of Apollo series. So I've now got the first 3 or 4. I think I've got the first 3 now. I'm going to get the 4th book literally as soon as I get paid, and then I need the 5th book. I think that's all I've got to do. Now I've just got this because it's a 5-book series, and this book is this is the series that doesn't have many characters, I believe, from the other books. Like the Heroes of Olympus book, we met characters that we knew from the Percy Jackson series, but this one I haven't really heard many things. I think Percy Jackson's briefed in this, and this is the Hidden Oracle, and apparently we've got to read this series before we read some of the standalones and some of the extra books. So it says, and I'm reading it with Kat obviously, my name is Apollo. I used to be a god, but that was before I was cast down from Olympus, a terrible misunderstanding, and woke up in a New York dumpster. I persuaded Percy Jackson to give me a lift to the Camp Half-Blood, but the place is chaos. Demigods are going missing, and the all-seeing oracles have fallen to a mysterious enemy known only as the Beast. I figured that regaining Zeus's favour would involve a series of harrowing tasks, and I was right. I usually am. My first task, to protect the final oracle hidden away from the millennia. If I fail, the Beast will control the future, but far worse, I'll be stuck as a teenage boy forever. This one is not as big as the other books in the series, but let's have a look. Oh, it's only like less than 400 pages. Wow, that is like a miracle for the Percy Jackson books. It's like for the Rick Riordan books. So actually the book, if you ignore the mentions, it's only like 360 pages. Yes. Rick Riordan book that doesn't take too long. It won't take too long to read. Knowing me and Kat, will probably start it at the start of the month. But let's see. Yeah, I'll keep you guys teased a bit longer and finding out what TB Jar Jar book. I'll show you the books we know about. So 3 of the seasonal books. So I'll show you which 3 seasonal books I chose. The first one is the Minette Walters book, The Turn of Midnight. And it's dark. It's the sequel to... What is it the sequel to? I really should have planned my brain cells a bit more. Turn of Midnight is the sequel to The Last Hours, I think. Yes, the sequel to The Last Hours. I've read... See, I like The Last Hours. I've not really read any of the other Minette Walters books, but I really did like The Last Hours. It's sort of set at the time of the Black Death, and it continues its devastating course across England. It's the quarantined people of Devilish have no way of knowing who else has survived. It is the sequel, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's about Thaddeus Thirkwall, a free-thinking and educated serf. This one is a bit longer. It's like over 400 pages, and my cat's going crazy again. But it's dark. It's sort of the start of darkness. So I would say I'm probably going to try and read this right towards the end of the month, because it seems very autumnal. So this one will be read towards the end of the month. Historical fiction set at the time of the Black Death. I know it's going to be dark, but I also know that it's going to be quite good writing. And so the shorty one, but it's a vintage classic, and I know this is set at Doodah. I think it's set in Australia. Apparently I've been told it's actually a Valentine's one, but it looks like Tangy Rock, you know. That's why I went for autumnal, I don't know. But it's by, I don't even know who it's by. Joan Lindsay. It's a short book. I decided I'd put a short book in because, I don't know if it counts for Shorty September because it's under 200 pages. I don't think it does. But it's a short book anyway. That's my reasoning. It's in a cloudless summer day. I have to be at the start then. In the year 1900, everyone at Appleyard College for young ladies agreed it's just right for a picnic at Hanging Rock. After lunch, a group of 3 girls climbed the blaze of the afternoon sun, pressing on through the scrublands into the shadows of Hanging Rock, further and higher until at last they disappeared. They never returned. Ooh. It's kind of spooky, short. Charlie told me to get this. I'm blaming her. Probably be read at the start of the summer then, the start of the book. Then to a book that's inspired kind of by the lovely Jack from Smith Bookjoy. I bought this at my library book sale at Christmas time. It's got the leaves, but I think it's going to be one of the first ones I might start with because it's like a late summer book. That's my excuse and that's my reasoning for it. It's about 4 friends. They go on this, they've been friends since school. They are in their 40s, I think. Yeah. They're just in their late 30s, early 40s. Their lives have all sort of changed and gone down different routes. I really will remember to I will link my autumn books video down below and you can check out a bit more about this. But it does look like a good book. It is a flipping chunky one. It's 500 pages roughly, so it will be a chunky one, but I think it might be nice to start the month with. Now, let's see how the TBR jar does. I actually really enjoyed Madame Bovary, so the TBR jar did really well last month. Let's see how it's going to do this month. So we've only got 5 books left. Why can I only see 4 slips? I can only see 4 slips, but I've got 5 books, so I need to go and double check this. So one of these books might not be chosen anyway, because I need to double check it. That's what I'm going to go with. Oh, no, there are. Nope, there's still only 4 slips. I'll double check it afterwards. Let's see what it picks for me. I'm nervous. Although I think the last 5 were ones that I really were excited about. Oh, this is quite a good one. It's a fantasy. It's The Last Firefox by Lee Newberry. It's my first in a fantasy series. I bought this because of Charlie from Charles Heathcote picked this out. I need to go and double check the TBR jar. So it's my middle grade, very pretty sprayed edges edition that I found in the charity shop. I'll put that underneath. Actually, I'll put that inside there, sticking out, so I know that was my TBR jar book. It's fancy, and I know that it's the start of a series, middle grade series, so if I like this, I will go and get the rest of the series. You need to be... My cat is going crazy today. You need to be brave for yourself before you can be brave for other people. Between bullies at school and changes at home, Charlie Chandler finds it a bit scary. And when he's being guardian of a furry fox cub called Cadno, things are about to get a whole load scarier. Because Cadno isn't just a normal any fox. He is a firefox, the only one of his kind, and a sinister hunter from another world is hot on his trail. Swept up in the unexpected adventures to protect his flatmate, flammable friend, Charlie is going to need to find the bravery he never thought he had. Actually, I'll put that behind there so I remember to double check. Why do I always lose one? We've only got 4 books left. We've got A Sing Unburied Thing, Book Lovers, Upon a Broken Heart, and The Cozy Cat Society. Any of those are perfect to do autumn for the end of the year because they will be quite lighter. Why have I got 2 contemporaries that haven't been picked yet? And one other fantasy. Ooh, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh well, maybe someone up there wants me to have a nice, easier time at the last couple of months, last 3 months. And whatever doesn't get chosen goes on to next year's file. Because all of them have only had 1 year. Right, so those are the books that are kind of decided for me. I've just realised that doesn't actually kind of count. Right, so the next book I'm going to show you is my Agatha Alice book. It's the one you all know about as well. It's The Mysterious Affairs at Styles. So it's the first in the first Poirot bit of book written. Midway through the month, I am going to announce the books for October, November and December. And they have been chosen because Bernard's chosen them for me. And The Mysterious Affair at Styles is a country house, a murder, a Belgian detective. After the Great War, life can never be the same again. Captain Arthur Hastings is invited to Styles to recuperate from injuries sustained at the front. It is the last place he expects to encounter murder. Fortunately, he knows a former detective, a Belgian refugee who happens to be staying nearby. Here, for the first time, we meet Poirot. Again, not too long. I think that all of these books are less than 300 pages. But it's my first Agatha Alice, and I'll link that video down below as well. Right. Now, so my book that is my book that I know I'm reading for an PR product. It's for a tour for Love Book Tours. It is Just One Weekend by Catherine Aitken. I read one of her books not very long ago, the Vanishing something Doodah. Oh, The Liberation of Bella McCann. And I actually really loved that. So when I knew that she was getting another book out, I really applied for this tour. A woman is in need of a change, a reclusive, broken rock star in a city that never sleeps. What could possibly go wrong? Sandy wants adventure. Bored, waiting for her husband to give up work so she can travel the world, she jets off to New York with her best friend Isabel, chasing a slice of their youthful dreams at a reunion concert for the Brig, the pop group they fangirled over. This looks good. Looks really nice. Not too long. Again, I like the fact it's not long. It's only about less than about 200 pages, so it's not a short book. Let's see what that one brings. Now to the class, my big book for the month. It is going to be read over September and October. Bear in mind it's going into Victober. Why the hell did I plan this badly? I'm also going to have all of my Victober books, so maybe my Victober books, and I've also got another classic reread planned for October. So October is going to be full of classics. But I am going to read it. It is Gone with the Wind. Everyone knows about Gone with the Wind. It's by Margaret Mitchell. It is a massive book. It is the biggest book, one of the biggest books on my shelves. It is 1,042 pages. I'm glad I'm reading it over 2 months. Basically, it means it's like 500 pages a month. 510 pages a month. So I can do that. I can read like 75 pages a week. So I can do it. It is a practical thing. But we will have to wait and see. Everyone knows about Gone with the Wind. It is the book that is about the American Civil War. It's been translated over 27 countries. It has got the ruthless Scarlett O'Hara. It was made into a legendary film donkeys years ago. It's a book that scared me by its size because it is probably the biggest book on my shelves. And it is an oldie and it's a classic, but it's not like a Victorian classic, so that's why I'm hoping that I will get on better with it. Although, I'm looking at this thinking, right, 520 pages has got to be read by midway through the month. Let's see what the chapter breaks are like. The pages on this are flipping chunky, and I can't see very many chapter breaks. Right, I'm gonna push it and read slightly more in September because obviously October's Victober. So that is my halfway through the month bit. That much has got to be read at the start of the month, and I'm reading it gradually. Heavers creepers, what have I let myself in for? I hope I like it. I'm scared. This is probably the book that has been most intimidating for me as well. Right, so those are the books that were kind of decided for me, kind of like chosen books for specifically. Now the books that I've gone freefall. I've not got any reason to read them apart from the fact that I wanted to. So these are the moody, reedy books. So the first one is I decided, sod it, I want to finish the Bridgerton series this year. I wasn't going to, but I've got Hyacinth's story to read then I've got Gregory's story to read that I'm going to read actually in November because I'm going to be a bit gentle on myself in October. And then I'm going to read the book that's got all the short stories in it, the one that sort of does all the novella bits, and that's going to be read in December. So this is Hyacinth's story. I actually know very little about it. We don't know very much about Hyacinth anyway, and the idea of her being older in this book scares the bejeebs out of me because we're obviously still only on the third. We've just watched the third Bridgerton series, so this is like the 7th book. Oh my god, this is quite scary. So Hyacinth is now all grown up. I don't like that at all. And ready to cause havoc. All the ton agree there is no one like Hyacinth Bridgerton. As a younger one, we already know she's a bit of a feisty chickadee. Fiendishly smart and devilishly outspoken. According to some, particularly one Gareth Sinclair, probably best in small doses, but there's something about her, something charming and vexing, that grabs one and won't let one go. Gareth and Hyacinth cross paths at the annually discordant Smythe Smith Musicale. To Hyacinth, Gareth's every word seems a dare. Ooh. And she offers to help him out with a knotty inheritance problem that she's facing. Don't know why Gregory's story's last, but Hyacinth's actually the last child. Don't know why they've done it in that order. But let's see what this is like. Now to a book that's another series book, and it is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. I loved this Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I know Olivia didn't, but I did really enjoy it. And this is Pip Fits a Movie. It's not a detective anymore. Her true crime podcast about the murder case that she solved last year has gone viral. Yet Pip insists her investigating days are behind her. Yeah, right. But she will have to go back on her word when someone close to her goes missing, and the police can't do anything to help about it. If they won't investigate, then Pip will. I love the fact that all these books match. Now to my feel-good book that I really think is just precious to me, and that is Saving Neverland by Abby Elphiston. It is a Peter Pan retelling. I've got my signed copy that I bought when we were in London. I bought it in Libraria, so I can't remember which London trip it is. That's my beautiful signed copy. So there you go. I love that one. Oh, it is a Peter Pan retelling, and I love Peter Pan. I love the book, but I love the films. I love Hook. Hook's my one that I love. I don't know why I love Hook. Maybe it's because it's got Robin Williams in it. Right, number 14, Darlington Square, might just look perfectly ordinary, but that's because magic is good at hiding. Now she's 10, Master Pennydrop has decided to turn her back on magic and make-believe once for all. But when she discovers a drawer full of mysterious gold dust in her home, along with a window that's seemingly impossible to close, it seems like magic might have other plans for Martha. As an adventure to the magical Neverland awaits, Peter Pan is back and he needs Martha's help to end a terrible icy curse cast not long ago by his enemy, Captain Hook. So Martha and her younger brother Scruff are swept off to Neverland, only for Scruff to be kidnapped. Can't wait for that. It really, really, really does look like a me book. I'm kind of just realised I'm putting these books down. Then to a book by an author I love, and that is All the Lonely People by Mike Gale. I've loved Mike Gale's book. I think after this book goes live at the start of the month, I'm going to be picking up one of his other books that has gone in the works for a 3 for £6 offer. I think I'm going to get it. I don't know why. I really love this author's work. He's probably one of my favourite male authors. In phone calls to his daughter in Australia, widower Herbert Bird paints the picture of the perfect retirement packed with fun and friendship. But Hubert Bird is lying. Something has made him turn his back on his people and hardly see a soul. So when his daughter announces she's coming to visit, Hubert faces a race against time to make his real life resemble the fake life before he's found out. And along the way, Hubert renews a cherished friendship and is given a second chance at love, and even joins an audacious, I think, community scheme. Let's see what that's like. I love that author's work. Then I wanted to read a book of my autism. I really do like. I'm going to try and read a book for disability every month. And this is An Own Voices. Can you see me? And it's expected to fit in, proud to stand out. And this is An Own Voices, so I like the fact it's Own Voices. I have been hiding parts of myself for a while now. It's hard to expose the bits that I've been made to feel uncomfortable with. Tally is autistic, but she hides it as much as she can. She knows how uncomfortable people will feel around her. They don't expect to understand autism, they don't understand her. By masking her autism, Tally is hiding her real self. When your real self is fierce and wonderful, it can't stay hidden forever. I feel very, very proud. I feel very, very keen on making sure that the autism rep is done well, and I know that because this is Own Voices, I've got a kind of funny feeling it will be done well, and I really want to get autism rep done better. I read quite a few. I think I'm finding at the moment I'm reading Like a Charm by Elle McNichol, and that has actually talks about dyspraxia, which is something my son was trying to get Thomas to be diagnosed with, and I think for me that rep's done really well, so I really want to make sure that the autism rep is done well. I believe this is going to be done. Now to a random one off my shelf, I bought this at the start in January, and it's The Double Life of Daisy Hemmings. It's historical fiction, but it's set in the late 80s. I still struggle with that idea, but I'm going to go with it. So it's got two timelines, 1988 in Cornwall. At 17, Jason wants more from life than working in his father's pub. So when twin sisters Daisy and Bea and their small circle of friends arrive for holiday, Jason is determined to become part of their glamorous and intoxicating world. And the other timeline is 2018 London. When famous author Daisy Hemmings decides it's time to write her autobiography, She chooses James Tate to help her. James is a ghostwriter and his job is to tell other people's stories for them. He's good at it. Why wouldn't he be? He spent years trying to pretend to be someone else. Ooh. Hope I like this. Then I know it's a summer book, but again, it's by one of my favourite authors and I couldn't wait any longer. It's Ali McNamara's latest book. It's A Secret Cornish Wish. What if one summer could change your life? This is the one I'm 100% starting the month with. 101%. Because it's a summer book and I believe at the moment they're saying that the start of September is going to be hot and sunny, so I'm not going to tempt fate though. Touch wood. Where's wood? Where's wood? Oh, there's wood. There you go. Touch wood. Right, so for Frankie and her 5 best friends growing up on a glorious beaches in Cornwall's St Felix, life couldn't be any better. Late one night, the friends discover an old box washed up on the shores, and they learn the tale of St Felix's mermaid, who grants his wishes for those who choose to help find treasure. Even though they know that it's just Cornish folklore, the friends must decide to make a wish for what they want from life. More importantly, they always want to be together. She is a chronic illness, spoony, reference, doodah, own voices. I love that. I hope it's going to be good. In fact, I know it's going to be good because it's Ali McNamara. Can't bloody wait. Into a book that the lovely Gem from Gem of Books got me for Christmas, and that is Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think it's one of her earliest books. I love Taylor Jenkins books. I really, really do. It is not too long. It is, I haven't even looked at some of the pages on some of the others, just over 300 pages. On a rainy New Year's Day, Elsie heads out to pick up pizza. She isn't expected to see anyone else, let alone the handsome and charming Ben. Their chemistry is instant and electric. Within weeks, they are head over heels in love. By May, they've eloped. 9 days later, he's hit by a truck and dies on impact. Oh God, this is going to destroy me. At the hospital, Elsie faces Susan, the mother-in-law she never met, and who doesn't even know Elsie exists. Interweaving Elsie and Ben's romance with Elsie and Susan's healing process, Forever Interrupted is a story of one life-changing year and a powerful reminder that there's more than one way to find a happy ending. This will destroy me. Oh heck, what have I let myself in for? Then to a book that was gifted to me by the lovely Jack from Spread Book Joy, A Sister's Secret by Mary Jane Staples. This is one of my historical fiction. I don't think they've got very many historical fictions actually. I really don't. I don't know what I've done. My TBR is really random, isn't it? Well, any book that's got the word sisters in it, I'm going to love. Right, will she protect her sister and learn to love again? A disastrous marriage has left the young and beautiful Lady Caroline widowed and vowing never to marry again. When she sees younger sister Annabel falling for the man who is notoriously unfaithful, she is determined to intervene and save Annabel from a similar fate, hiring the handsome and witty adventurer Captain Burnside to distract her. But all does not go to plan. Perfect for fans of Bridgerton. Woohoo! And it's a Regency romance. Yes! Get in there. Gonna love that. Look, penultimately, but one of the best books that is historical fiction, and one we're all shouting about, it is The Trouble with Mrs Montgomery Hearst by Katie Lumsden. Had to get it, had to shout it out. I know, I'm sorry Katie that it's been waited until September, but I cannot bloody wait. You must throw a ball yourself, for the ballroom at Radcliffe Park is delightful. But I know no one, Mrs Hearst says softly. And yet, my dear, everybody knows you. Katie's book, we all know about it, everyone screams about it, it'll be on my thumbnail. I know Katie has done it's set in the summer of 1841, so I think it's like late Regency, early Victorian. And Katie's got a lovely picture which I know she drew, and I can't wait. Everyone knows about this book, I can't wait to read it, I can't wait to review it. That's all I need to know. And then last but not least, My One True North by Millie Johnson. I bought it when it was in hardback. Why did I not wait for it to come out in paperback? That's because I'm a daft apist, but I've had it for over a year, I think. And it is, I love Millie Johnson's books, and this is, okay, so there we go. Laurie and Pete should never have met. Their fate has pushed them together for a reason. 6 months ago, on the same night, Laurie and Pete both lost their partners. Struggling to manage their grief, they join the same counselling group, and they meet each other. From their sadness, Pete and Laurie find a happiness growing, and they sense a fresh start, a fresh new beginning, except for the more they talk, the more they spot strange parallels in their stories. And then Pete discovers a truth that changes everything. It's a story of friendship and what love means. Secrets uncovered and tea shops on corners and Northern Lights. Oh look, it's actually got like a yellow, I don't know if you can see it because of the sun, but it's actually got a yellow hardcover. Actually does look quite cute. It's chunky though, it's like nearly 500 pages, but it does look good. So the sun has come out over the course of this video, and I do not know what my lighting's like. I hope you're all seeing everything okay, but you never know. So what do you guys think that I should prioritise in this TBR? What books are you excited about? I would love to hear. I am very, very excited about all these books. I'm trying to think. If you got to the end of this video, I am trying to think about an emoji. I know, there is a bird flying on Katie's book, and I think the idea of like the birds. So do me a bird emoji if you got to the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.